we have seen about testing strategies. Okay, so there are certain testing strategies which we have seen in our last class. So some of them are unit testing, and we have verification and validation, we have integration testing, we have validation testing, and so on. Okay, so unit testing, as I told you, it focuses on a particular software module. Okay, so the whole complete module will be divided into unit modules, and testing of the unit or individual modules, they are known as unit testing. And also we have integration testing, whereas in integration testing we will perform combining of the unit modules. So this is defined as systematic technique for constructing the software architecture. So we have two approach in integration testing. We have non-incremental integration testing, and we have incremental integration testing. In non-incremental integration testing, here all the components will be combined in advance and the entire program will be tested as a whole. Whereas in incremental integration testing, we have we are going to construct a program and testing will be done in small increments. For that, we can easily classify or we can easily remove the errors or we can easily isolate or make corrections for the errors. So we have three kinds in incremental integration testing. We have
Excuse
top.
me, ma'am.
Yes.
Are you presenting something because your screen is not visible?
No, I'm just giving you a brief revision of what we have done last
Okay,
class.
ma'am.
I haven't started presenting the new topic. Okay. So in incremental integration testing, as I told you, has three kinds. We have top-down integration, bottom-up integration, and sandwich integration. So top-down, the modules they will be integrated by moving downward through the control hierarchy. Okay, and in bottom up, it will start from the unit modules. So integration and testing, they will start with the most atomic or most unit modules in the control hierarchy. Whereas in sandwich integration, it is a combination of both top down and bottom up integration. Now, coming to regression testing, it is also a kind of testing where it contains different classes of test case. So we have smoke testing in it, we have validation testing, we have alpha and beta testing. So alpha testing it is conducted at the developer's site, whereas in beta testing it is conducted at the end user's site. So in exam questions may be coming from this part. What is the difference between alpha and beta testing? So this is important. Okay. So alpha testing it is conducted at developer site, whereas in beta testing the testing is conducted at end users site. And other system testing types are recovery testing, security testing, stress testing, and performance testing. And in the end of this testing strategies, we have debugging process. So debugging process, it is normally done in order to fix some errors. So it begins with execution of the test case and debugging strategies. We have three debugging strategies: brute force, backtracking, and cost elimination strategies. So brute force, it is used when all other methods are failed, and it involves use of memory dumps, and also it may lead to wastage of effort and time. Backtracking, this one you have to go back to the locations where the errors are occurred, and we can change, we can fix the errors if any errors are found in a particular location. So backtracking, we have seen in your waterfall model also. Backtrack, you have to go back, okay, and find the location where the error is caused, and you can fix the error, come back, and you can proceed your developing process. Similarly, in course elimination, we have induction and we have deduction. So, induction is where a specific starting value is true, and for deduction, for the conclusion follows from a general set of premises. So here in course elimination, what we are going to do is we are going to find the error occurrence part, and we can just isolate or remove the part where the error is occurred. Okay, that is what course elimination. Okay, so these are about testing strategies, and today we will see risk management. So let me share the screen. Just a second, let me share the screen. Uh, yeah, yeah. So our next chapter, next new topic is risk management. So here we will see uh, different scenarios of risk management. The first one, we will see introduction. We will see risk estimation, risk mitigation, monitoring, and management. So the last one, this is known as RMMM plan. Okay, so risk mitigation, monitoring, and management. We have three M's. So RMMM plan. So that will be studied separately. And now let us see what is risk. So risk, it is a potential problem. It might happen or might not happen. So we don't know whether a problem can occur or it may not occur. That is why we term this as a risk. So we have some definition of risk here. Risk concerns future happenings. It involves change in mind, opinion, actions, places, etc. And also it involves choice and uncertainty that choice entails. Okay, we have two categories here. One is uncertainty, one is lost. Uncertainty, it means the risk may or may not happen. There is no 100% risk, so we don't know, it may happen, sometimes it may not happen. So that kind of category we term as uncertainty. Whereas in lost, the risk becomes a reality and unwanted consequences or losses occur. So here in the second point, lost. Loss, sorry, not lost, loss. So loss, it means the risk becomes reality. So the problem is occurring. So we have two cases for risk. One is uncertainty. In uncertainty, the problem may happen or the problem may not happen. Whereas in the second category, loss, the risks become reality. That means the problem is happening. Okay, and for that particular problem, we may face some unwanted consequences or losses. So that is known as risk. Lost, one is uncertainty. So risk is nothing but it is a problem, a potential problem that it might happen or might not happen. Two categories are here, uncertainty and loss. Now let us come to next part. And again, risk can be categorized into three different types. So three different types you can see here: project risk, second one technical risk, for the third one business risk. So we have three types of categories. For the first one, it is normally this kind of risks, they are going to threaten the project plan. And the second, technical risk, in the sense where when you implement your project, if there is any technical error or if there is any technical problem occurred which may affect your software development process, that is technical risk. Okay. And project risk, in the sense where it will threaten the project plan. So if there is any problem in the project plan, this may delay your project schedule, this may delay your completion time. Okay, so if it is delayed, then the cost for the particular development project may increase. That is why project risks. First one, it will threaten the project plan. If it is if there is any problem in the project plan, then this may delay your project schedule, and in turn it may increase your cost of the project. That is project risk. And secondly, we have technical risk. In technical risk, as I told you, here it means any problem occurring in the technical section. So, any technical problem while developing the software project, this may affect the quality, and this may also affect the timeline consumption of the software development process. So that is technical risk. And finally, business risk. In this third type, here if the problem will be in the viability of the software to be built. So here also sometimes business risks, here you may have problems in your, just a second. Okay. So in business risks, this may have certain kinds of problems in your market. This may have problems in your sales. This may have problems in your budget. This may have problems in your management. So business risks is one kind of important risks normally faced in all the companies and in all software development process. Because once you develop a software product, so we don't know that will go in a that will like we can easily sell the product to the market, or if there is any problem in the management, or if there is any problem in the budget, or if a customer can afford the product or not. Like this, we have certain kinds of risk for when developing a software product. So this is one of the most important risk in a software development process. So we have project risk, we have technical risk, and we have business risk. So in business risk, we have again subcategories: market risk, strategic risk, sales, management, and budget risk. So in market risk, it is like you have to understand the scenario of the market. So how far your market is good enough to sell the product. Okay, so that is important in a software development process, to check the market analysis, to perform a market analysis. So if your market condition is not good, then you may have a loss in your software development process. So similarly in strategic risks also, here it has to, the product which you have developed has to fit overall business strategy of the company. Okay. And Sales risks also, like how far you can sell the product, how far it is necessary to sell your product. That all kinds of risks will be under your sales risk. And in management risks, it is also important to manage your software product which you have developed. Otherwise, if there is uh, no proper management, it may lead you in losing your support from the management, and also you may have a loss in your software product. And finally, budget is also very important to analyze the budget for software development process. So in a software development process, these are all the important categories of risk which we have to discuss before developing the product. Okay, so risk, as I told you, it is a potential problem. So this risk may happen or may not happen. And there are two categories we have in our risk. So two categories are, one is uncertainty, the other one is lost. So uncertainty in the sense your risk may happen or may not happen. So we cannot guarantee that your risks will not happen or the risks will happen. And also in lost, we have the risks becoming in reality. That means definitely the problem will definitely occur. So three categories are there. You just go through so that you can understand better. One is project, one is technical, one is business. And in business, again, we have another subcategories. We have market, we have strategic, we have sales, we have management, and we have budget risk. Now, that one is for approach categorization one. And in the second categorization, we have again three types: non-risk, predictable risk, and unpredictable risk. So, as you can see from the term itself, we can understand that the particular risk is known to us. So this kind of risk can be easily uncovered from our project plan, and we can fix the error or we can fix the problem. Okay, so that is known risk, which is already known to us. So this may be according to the technical environment, or this may be according to the business plan or the project plan. So next one is predictable. So predictable risks are those which we can predict or which we can analyze based on our observed data, based on our past experience, based on our historical data, or based on our observed data. We can analyze the risks that, for example, sales in the season of festivals. So now Diwali is coming. So last year Diwali, this much sales we could achieve. That can be analyzed. And in 2018, what are the sales or how much sales you can do? In 2019, how much sales you can do? 2020, how much sales we can do? So based on the past experience, we can predict something that this year we can put a sales of this much, like this. Okay, so predictable. So based on prediction is nothing but based on some past experience, or based on some historical data, or based on some observations already met. We are going to predict, or we are going to predict some risk that is known as predictable risk. So these risks are extrapolated from past project experience. And last one is unpredictable. So unpredictable means this we cannot predict anything. Even if you use some historical data, even if you depend on some past experience, you cannot predict anything from the data you have. So this kinds of risks are termed as unpredictable risk. Here also you can see those risks that can and do occur but are extremely difficult to identify. That are extremely difficult to identify in advance. So we cannot predict anything. That is unpredictable risk. Okay. So we have two categories. The first categories are this one, this three: project, technical, and business. For the second category of risks, we have this one: non-risk, predictable risk, and unpredictable risk. Now we have reactive and pro-reactive risk strategies. So reactive risk strategies, proactive risk strategies. Okay, so reactive and proactive. So this also just you can go through reactive risk strategies and proactive risk strategies. So here also reactive. Okay, so nothing is done about risks until something goes wrong. So you have to get this point. So nothing is done about risk until something goes wrong. So this kind of strategy which we use, unless and until some problem is occurred, we have to react. So without any problem occurred, we should not react anything on it. So that kind of strategy that we use is known as reactive risk strategies. Whereas in proactive, here, in order to avoid any kind of risks, we will be having a contingency plan. Okay, we will be having a contingency plan in order to handle or in order to avoid the risks that might occur. So that is pro-reactive strategy. Okay, in reactive strategy, we are going to react unless and until a problem is occurred. So when a problem is occurred, we are going to react on it. That kind of strategy is known as reactive risk. And in proactive risk, here we will be having some plan, contingency plan, in order to avoid any kind of risk that might occur. So that kind of risk, that kind of strategy is known as proactive risk strategy. So steps for risk management, we have identify, analyze, rank, and develop. So identifying the risks is the initial step. After identifying the risks, we can recognize what are the problems that might occur and what whether it can go wrong or not. And after that, we will perform analyzing part, analyzing its risks to estimate the probability that will occur or not, whether a particular risk will occur or that risk will not occur. We will analyze it. And finally, a priority will be set. That priority setting is known as ranking of the risk. And finally, we have developing a plan to avoid the risk. Okay, that is, these are the steps for risk management. And the other steps are explanation of this one. Okay, so this I have already sent the materials. You can just go through for this one. Okay, identification of risk, analyzing, ranking, and finally developing a plan. So a detailed explanation is given down there. Here, risk identification, checking this item checklist will be done. So this one go through categories, and again explanation given here for non and predictable risk categories. So risk identification, Second one is risk estimation. So for estimation also it is given here. So what I want to explain now is RMM plan. So all these explanations. One second, where is it? One second. RMM plan. RMM plan. Yes, it is here. So risk mitigation, monitoring, and management. So this is also known as RMMM plan. Okay. We will see what is mitigation, we will see what is monitoring, and we will see what is management. So risk mitigation. Mitigation, it means avoidance. Okay. So here we have risk mitigation, which means risk avoidance. It is a primary strategy and it is achieved through a plan.
Wow.
Okay.
Ay gamit kung to hari ay kaya din gamit dati. Sa ko may hayo tino.
Please put off your mic, Harish.
Kamay.
Harish Kumar, please put off your mic. Okay, so risk mitigation, it means avoidance, and it is a primary step which we achieve using a plan. Okay, so here the plan can be like this. So we have certain plans here: meeting with the current staff, mitigate those causes that are under our control. Then like this, these are the steps for the plan which we will be developing for risk avoidance. And अरे यार, Lakshmi Narayan, please put off the mic. I don't know what's wrong with you today. Okay, next one, it is risk monitoring. It is a project tracking activity. Okay, first one, mitigation. It is an avoidance activity, whereas in monitoring, it is a project tracking activity. So for monitoring, we have three steps: assessing whether predicted risks occur or not, and to ensure the risks, steps defined for the risks that are being properly applied, and finally collecting the information. So RMM plan, risk mitigation, monitoring, and management. Mitigation, as I told you, it is a problem avoidance activity. We are going to avoid any kind of problem that might occur. And in monitoring, it is a project tracking activity. So how to monitor the risks. So each and every steps will be analyzed, will be monitored, and we will check if there are any kinds of risks that might occur or not. And also we will be collecting information about the future risk analysis. So that will be done in risk monitoring. And for risk management, we have these steps. Okay, we have these steps: maintaining a global perspective, taking a forward looking view, encouraging open communication, integrating risk management, emphasizing a continuous process for risk management, developing a set product vision, and encouraging teamwork when managing the risks. Okay, so risk management. Once again, you go through all the notes which I have sent regarding your risk management. So risk management, what is important here is RMM plan. Okay, RMM plan is important in risk management. So as I'm not well today, I couldn't take the class for longer time. So I think let us conclude today's class here. So let me take a quick roll call. You just answer quickly and let us wind up here. So tomorrow I have some important work, so I won't be able to do class tomorrow. So but this week I think today will be the last class for this week. So we will try to have a revision next week. I think almost the syllabus is completed as of now. This is the last topic. Risk management is the last topic, and for this risk management, I have already sent other this one other references for your risk management. One second, you just see this one. I have sent this one also. You can check here. So these materials already I have shared in your Google Classroom. Okay. So here also RMM plan, RMM avoidance, mitigation or avoidance, they are same. Okay. Monitoring and management. So these three issues will be studied in your risk management plan. Okay. So same thing here, mitigation explanation here, monitoring explanation here, and management explanation here. Okay. And here also we use 80-20 rule, Pareto principle. Last class, last chapter 5 or 6, we have used Pareto principle. Here also we are going to use. Okay. Okay, let me take a roll call for today. Let us wind up here. For one,
Present, ma'am.
roll number 2,
Present, ma'am.
roll number 3, 4, 4, 5,
5 present, ma'am.
6, 6, 7,
7 present, ma'am.
8, 8, 9,
9 present, ma'am.
10,
Present, ma'am.
11,
Present, ma'am.
12,
Present, ma'am.
13,
Present, ma'am.
14,
Present, ma'am.
15, 16,
Present, ma'am.
17.
15%, ma'am. Ma'am, 15%.
Okay, okay. 17,
Present, ma'am.
18, 18, roll number 19, 20,
Present, ma'am.
21, 22,
Present, ma'am.
23, 23, 24,
Present, ma'am.
25,
Yeah, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
26,
Present, ma'am.
27,
Yes, ma'am.
28,
28. Yes, ma'am.
29,
Present, ma'am.
30,
Present, ma'am.
31,
Present, ma'am.
32,
Present, ma'am.
33,